Once I got this squared up in the shirt line, I thought I'd see if it would fit in the forward jaw. I didn't think it would, but it actually does fit in the forward jaw. So we've just about got enough clearance on the spin, so that's good. So this will be a lot easier for getting it down to the final thickness, because I can take bigger cuts with the lathe than I can on the shirt line. So yeah, I'm still a bit concerned about, there's still some blowholes in the front here, but we'll see. We'll see what we can do. I've still got a fair bit to do. It's about 0.68 of an inch and I need to go down to 0.5. I also want to take some more off the other side, so yeah, that makes a nice finish on there. And like I said, I can take deeper cuts. So, but there's still a few blowholes. I'm going to turn it around and do the other side now. I think we're getting fairly close to thickness. Let's have a look. Well, we're not close. We've still got a way to go, but yeah, 0.66. So we've got 160 thou to come off yet. So I'll swap it over and do the other side. But it's good. It's coming along nicely. I'd say there's still a few holes in it, but I'm not too worried about that at the moment. Well, we're down to dimension now on the thickness of the piece of aluminium, but unfortunately it's still got some little tiny pinprick holes in this face, and some quite bad ones in this face, which is unfortunate. I'm going to go ahead and still use it though, because I think if I make this the outside edge and put the flywheel on this side, then a lot of this you won't see because it will be covered by the flywheel. But it's a bit of a shame. I don't know why it's done that. I've not had any trouble with my previous castings. I mean, this was an open mold casting. It's a little bit different from pouring it into a tube, but for whatever reason it's done that. But yeah, so anyway, the next bit is to lay out the final dimensions, because this is still too wide and too long, so we need to put some layout on there for the actual proper dimensions. So we'll do that now. Hopefully you can see that better this time. So we need a length of 3.9 inches and a width of 1.24 inches. So that's what we're gonna do the layout to. So using the poor man's die chem blue Sharpie, let's get this I found Sharpie to work quite well. I mean, it doesn't stay on as well as proper die chem does. It's way easier to rub this off than it is to rub off die chem. But for this kind of job, this works fine. And I don't actually have any die chem, so this is all we've got. There you go. So we'll let that dry. So I set the old digital caliper to 3.9. And there we go. So the other one is 1.24. 1.24. So that's our marking out done. Now, I could obviously, you know, take that off on the shoreline, but it's quite a lot of meat to take off. So what I'm probably going to do is cut the bulk of that off on the bandsaw, and then we'll finish it off on the shoreline. Yeah, your bands will make short work of that. That's a bit longer on the other side. This is going to take a while. Right, so that's got the bulk of it off. So as you can see, we've still got a little bit left to take off, but that will be fairly easy to do on the shoreline. Okay, so where are we? Well, I've cleaned this up on the shoreline, and it is now 2-dimension. It's the right length, the right width, and the right thickness. But now the next stage, according to the plans, is to drill some holes.